So this is Andrew, and today we are going to replace the screen in an HP g62-219wm laptop. So the first thing you have to do is remove these two screws that are down in the bottom corners of the laptop that are hidden by some little plastic pieces. It's easiest to do this with a flat head, and then you just kind of use the one edge and kind of turn it like you would a wheel almost, just because they're kind of a pain in the butt to get to. So we'll just get rid of these real fast. And once those are out, you can start peeling off the outside cover. It's easiest to do this from the inside and then kind of peel it back a little bit. And if it gets stuck, down here there's actually a glue stick, so it's easier if you kind of pry it open with a screwdriver. That way you can kind of peel the glue off. Well, it's actually more like tape. And then so now we're going to take off the screws. There's two, one there, one there. Just take those out. And there's these screws down at the bottom. You want to take out all the ones that are lining the bottom there. Doing this will pretty much it's the easier way to do it, so that way you don't have to worry about any of the screws holding on. Now I find that it's easier at this point if you kind of put something behind the screen, that way the back cover doesn't fall. Just helps keep it all, so you don't have to hold it and unscrew. So now I'm unscrewing the screws that are holding the screen on those little brackets there on that one side. So now I gotta do the same thing on the other side. Then once that's done, you can unscrew the screws on the bracket there. You might have to hold it at this point a little bit, so that way the screen doesn't fall, since it's only being held on by one screw. And then once that's done, you can fold the screen down and you can undo the tape and pull out the little ribbon cable. Then you can grab your new screen. Take that out of the packaging. Now we're basically doing the same thing but in reverse. So now we will put the cable back on there. Make sure it's in all the way. Make sure the tape's on all the way. Fold it up. And then start putting the screws back in where we got them from. Now on the side of the screen, in case you forgot, those are the silver screws. And there's 4 of them. Put those in real fast. Then you do the same thing on this side. Sometimes kind of hard to get it to stick in there right, but so then make sure the holes are all lined up, because that would make it hard to get them in there. Then now, once that's done, you can start putting the bottom screws that actually hold the brackets together. And then the top ones. So that way the back cover will now be nice and secure again. And you can finish in putting those screws in. And then you want to make sure there are actually 2 bigger screws, which those go on the outside, or there's 2 bigger screws, one for each side. So just make sure you keep track of where you got those from. And once all those screws are in, helps if you use a smaller screwdriver that fits it, because I was trying to use a bigger one and they weren't quite spinning right. And you just do that on all of them. And once all the screws are in, you can slide the faceplate back on and start pushing all the locks back into it. Let's go all the way around the whole thing. And then you might have to hold the back a little bit so that way the bottom ones can snap right. Sometimes they're hard to get in there. Then you can start putting in those two bottom screws. You just gotta kind of twist it. Then once those are in, you can make sure you put the battery back in. And then you can open it up, turn on the power, and you're good to go. So thank you for watching, and be sure to comment if you have any questions.